If you guys are looking for a new game to pass the time before GTA 6 gets here, check out G2A with a link in the description and use cashback code BOSS if you want to save a little bit extra as well. There's one video game in particular that we can actually learn a lot about Grand Theft Auto 6, and it's one that you guys are probably all very familiar with, whether it be the development or some of the features that are going to be in the game. We'll be talking about all of that in this video today, and a whole lot more. And the video game in question here is Red Dead Redemption 2, and this should not be surprising. It's Rockstar's last game that they've created, and essentially each game that Rockstar creates, it builds off of each other. Grand Theft Auto 5 built off of GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2 built off of GTA 5, and so GTA 6 is going to build off of Red Dead Redemption 2. And someone was asking a question about GTA 6's development, and how Red Dead Redemption 2 might give away when it was completed or when it started. And Insider Tez Funds 2 responded to someone that said, Schrier's early development statement comes from the game going into proper full production around the time RDR2 was finished. Without a global pandemic, the game could have been a late 2023 game. And Tez Funds 2 said, I still believe we wouldn't have found the Americas left over within Red Dead Redemption 2's files if the game entered full production just around the time RDR2 finished. I think it makes more sense that after 2 years of pre-production, by late 2016, you would start laying the foundations for GTA 6. But the major shift in plans that Scheer described occurred just shortly before RDR2's release. So I feel like this post requires a little bit of backstory. When he says Schreier, he's talking about Jason Schreier, games journalist and insider, and has broken stories on not only Rockstar games, but Grand Theft Auto 6 in particular. And one of the things that essentially confirmed the existence of GTA 6 before Rockstar gave us any official details was the fact that we found lines of code in Red Dead Redemption 2's files that were codename Americas. And that is the codename for GTA 6, Project Americas. Because at the time, Project Americas was supposed to encompass more than just Vice City in the fictional state of Florida. It was supposed to take us to South and Central America, as the drug trade was going to be a big part of the story. Now, it does seem like a lot of those plans were scrapped, or they might be saved for future expansions. As things currently stand, it looks like we are staying within the state of Leonida and within the borders of Vice City. Now, I do agree with the commenter's question. I do feel like without the global pandemic, the game probably would have already been out by now. That kind of put everything on hold basically for about 2 years. It really did stop everything, especially when a lot of what Rockstar has to do is in-person stuff. Think of all the voice acting and motion capture work. That can only be done in specific studios where you have to be around other people. So you can understand why that probably put a delay on things. But he basically confirms around late 2016, you would have started laying the base and the foundation for GTA 6. So by the time the game gets here in 2025, hopefully not 2026, it would be around 9 or 10 years since Rockstar had first officially started working on the game, which is just absolutely crazy to think about. But anyways, let's move on to the next thing that Red Dead Redemption 2 might be telling us about Grand Theft Auto 6, and that is an interesting feature. As someone said, unfortunately, we didn't get cool Gore from Max Payne 3 and GTA 5, so we don't know for a fact the Gore from RDR2 would carry over to GTA 6. With Tez Funds 2 saying, if we are to believe the trailer's leaker, then it would be definitely toned down as an artistic choice to match the fast-paced gameplay. Since the kill cams on Max Payne 3 and Red Dead Redemption 2 don't match GTA 6's gameplay, you don't want to experience the slowed down cam scene every 2 seconds as you shoot off cops while going over 60 miles per hour. And there are more examples of artistic and design choices done to GTA 5, like the change from Grand Theft Auto 4's handling and the toned down Euphoria ragdolling. On the other hand, Rockstar changed up the bullet damage and wounds for RDR2, as well as the critical regions of the body. In GTA 5, the head is the critical shot, but in RDR2, you have fatal regions like the head, heart, and throat, and critical regions like the groin, gut, spine, and so on, and normal regions like the torso and chest. You would expect them to retain that and not downgrade back to GTA 5, and comes with that the wounds associated for each, but Rockstar can obviously tone it down as well. So essentially what he's getting at right here is whatever Rockstar decides to do with the bullet damage and the gore and the realism that you might experience from dismemberment and whatnot. The way Rockstar is going to handle that is they're going to try and match the tone of the game. Red Dead Redemption 2 is obviously a much slower paced game, just by the fact it takes place in the Wild West. There aren't vehicles that can take you and make you go extremely fast. The gunplay and the gameplay is going to be slower because there aren't automatic rifles, etc. However, since GTA 6 is taking place in modern times, it might be a little bit different. You might not have the slowed down kill cams, but you could have some serious firepower in terms of weapons that could do some major damage to other characters, NPCs, and pedestrians. So it's all going to depend on how Rockstar wants to handle that. And I agree with Insider Tez Funds too. I don't expect them to take a step back in terms of going back to what we have in GTA 5, but rather building off of what we have in RDR2 and just tweaking it in some way, shape, and forms. And sort of building off of that, talking about more features that could be carrying over, Insider Tez Funds 2 said this: RDR2 already features dual wielding and has impressive gore. It's not that much unexpected to see them in GTA 6, since Grand Theft Auto 6 is basically built upon Red Dead Redemption 2. So I can 100% say dual wielding will be returning. Not only did we see that tremendously in Red Dead Redemption 2, but we also saw arguably what is some people's favorite NPC, the dual-wielding hammer lady. She's got 2 hammers in her hands, so why can't we have 2 hammers in ours, or any weapon for that matter? And then again, I think Rockstar will continue to build off of the gore, the things we saw in Red Dead Redemption 2 that kind of made it so realistic but still gruesome, and it did put importance on, okay, if I hit this person in the heart or in the chest or neck or throat or shoulders, it's going to have a different impact and it's going to feel a little bit more realistic. And again, I expect Rockstar to build off of what they've done so well in Red Dead Redemption 2 and carry that on over to Grand Theft Auto 6. And honestly, just being on a new set of consoles is going to allow Rockstar to do so much more. Remember, the Red Dead Redemption 2 is basically 7 years old and was developed for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One while they were still relatively new consoles. Now Rockstar is the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, and they've got the Pro version of the PlayStation 5, which is going to be coming out hopefully later this year. So needless to say, they've got some serious firepower on their hands to make a really, really great game here. But that right there is some of the things that Red Dead Redemption 2 can teach us about Grand Theft Auto 6, whether it be when it was developed and how it was made, to some of the features that are going to be included in the game, and a whole lot more. Let me know, which feature from RDR2 are you hoping carries over to GTA 6? I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel, and be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.